Good afternoon, or good evening. Excuse me, good evening. And for those of you who are going to catch this on the replay, any questions you have, I'll try to answer. Of course, I don't know everything, but leave it in the comment section. Okay. So recently, and the most recent one I got was today, but I've been meaning to make this video for a while. This is probably the fourth person I've had in the last week to ask me about SSDI and trial work period. So let's get into this. All right. Social Security has what's called a trial work period. Okay. If you go to Social Security's website, and I'm going to pull it up right now, even if you just go to Google, Bing, Safari, whatever, type in Social Security or SSA trial work period. It should take you to this website. This is Social Security's website right here. It talks about trial work periods. It talks about the amounts. Now, the amount was just raised to $1,050. What do you mean by the amount? This currently is the amount that if you're going out and let's say you're doing something part-time, as long as you stay under this amount, $1,050, it should not, in theory, trigger the trial work period. However, I will caution you, there have been many people through the years who will go work just enough for it not to trigger a trial work period. However, they didn't know they were being watched. So what does that have to do with anything? Well, if you can go to work, let's say for 3 straight months, and you make less than this amount, never missed a day, show up on time, do everything you're supposed to do, then what's stopping you from working the whole year? And most of the time, it was the fact that they were trying to stay under $1,050. Now, if you read this, which I advise those of you who are currently on, and I want to make sure I say this right so you all can hear me. I'm talking to people who are on Social Security disability insurance, not SSI. That's a totally different category. I'm talking about people who are on Title II. You're being paid under Title II. You're getting your money for paying into the system. If you read this, it says during a trial work period, a beneficiary receiving Social Security disability benefits on the base of his or her own earning history may test his or her ability to work and still be considered disabled. Okay. It's basically talking about the 9-month and 5-year, you get a trial work period. You don't get 9 months every year. You get 9 months and a 5-year span to try to go back to work. Now, they do offer an extension. You can get an extension of 3 more years, but that does not extend your 9 months. Okay. I know there's many different things out there online. This is why I'm pulling up Social Security's website. Now, one other thing I'm going to do is share a video from Anthony Reeves. Some of you may have heard of Anthony Reeves. He is an attorney out of Florida, where he talks specifically about the trial work period. Now, if you are a veteran, you're getting VA, you're getting Social Security, it's still not enough. You need to make a little bit more. Maybe the state that you're living in or the city that you're living in, the potentially 55, 6,500 you get in a month just isn't enough. I've told you all continuously about compensated work therapy, where you can go to work at a VA clinic or hospital. You don't have to worry about Social Security. If you're on TDIU, you don't have to worry about the VA. It is considered therapy. And as long as your doctor says you can work 30 hours a week, then you can work 30 hours a week. Your doctor says you can work 40 hours a week. You can work 40 hours a week. It is tax-free at whatever the federal minimum wage is. I have no idea what federal minimum wage is, but it is tax-free money you get without having to worry about anybody checking on you, bothering you, just by working at the VA. It's just that simple. But for those of you who want to go out and test the waters, You want to go out and listen to what I'm saying now. You want to go out and test the waters. I want to play this video so you can hear this from an actual attorney. So you can't, well, you just saying, nope, nope, nope. I try to show you guys proof of everything I talk about. So this is attorney Anthony Reeds. It's about 2 minutes, a little more than 2 minutes. Let's check it out.
I know you want to know how many trial work periods do you have entitled to you after you've received disability benefits. I can answer that for you in 2 seconds. 1, hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I'm going to read exactly what the regulation says. Limitations on the number of trial work periods. You may only have 1 trial work period during a period of entitlement to cash benefits. So guess what that means? You only get 1 trial work period. Now there's what we call an extended trial work period. And for those of you who have done videos on trial work periods, as you probably know, trial work period is where you basically are entitled to test the job market. You get a 9-month window over a 5-year period of time. And it's not 9 consecutive months, one right behind the other. You get 9 months where those 9 months do not adversely affect your ability. It does not adversely affect your disability benefits. Now, that's for Title II. SSI is a little different because it's based on a money calculation. But without going into all the hubbub, for those persons who have applied for disability benefits and getting benefits based on their earnings, what we call DIB or Title II, typically the trial work period is a 9-month period of time over a 5-year window. Now, you have what we call an extended trial work period. Now, what happens in that particular instance is that you're giving an additional 3 years, where basically what they do is there's a possibility that if you have a month where you make what we call substantial gainful activity, you make some money, and they may suspend your benefits for those months. However, if for some reason you can't continue to work because you're just testing the market and you still are disabled from your impairments, you may be able to get your benefits reinstated. But we're not going to go into all that hubbub because that gets a little bit more complicated. Just know this. If you have been found disabled, particularly under Title II. Now that's Social Security Disability Insurance Benefits. That's where you worked and paid into the system, not SSI. It's where you've actually paid into the system, DIB. And because I want to keep it limited to that particular purposes, because SSI is a little bit more unique because you got earnings issues that you've got to worry about for reduction of your benefits. But for the question that was asked to me, how many trial work period opportunities do I have? You only have 1.
All right, guys. So I want to say this one more time, and I want to be clear with what I'm saying, because you can go on YouTube right now and just put in part-time job, and that'll show the amount, like what it was last year, $970, whatever it was the year before, $910 or $850 or $890 or whatever it was the year before, and they'll explain to you, as long as you're making under that amount, it will not trigger the trial work period. What they leave out, though, is there is nothing stopping Social Security or someone from calling Social Security, letting them know you working every day. Ain't nothing wrong with you. See, this is the part people don't realize. Like when somebody's doing something, right, or going to work every day, you're supposed to be disabled, but you get in your car every morning, you may drive, get a job at a donut shop, and all you do all day, working for minimum wage, pass out donuts. Somebody sees you, and they go, wait a minute, I thought you couldn't work. You working here? Yeah, I work here 5 days a week. I make minimum wage. I only work for about 2 or 3 months, so I don't go over the amount Social Security set for me. Not thinking this person ain't going to call Social Security and tell them that. You guys understand what I'm saying? Or social media, right? You got people who get on social media and love to brag about them driving for Uber, them driving for Lyft, working at Home Depot, showing out everything that they do, all kind of work, lifting all kind of stuff when they supposedly got a bad back. They tell on themselves. So even though you may be making less, you have no idea who's watching you or who in your family may be willing to call in on you. That's all I'm saying. But if you're a vet and you don't even have to be service connected, you a vet, you can sign up at the VA, you're on Social Security, you can do CWT. As long as your doctor thinks you're able to work and whatever hours your doctor sets for you, you go to the VA and work. No problem. No problem. You just need to be enrolled in the VA healthcare system. That is the only requirement. You don't need a service connection at all. You ain't even got to have a job. As long as you enroll in the VA enrollment center there at the VA clinic or hospital, healthcare system is all you need. You can take your butt down to the VA, talk to a counselor there who will talk to a doctor to make sure you are able to work. That is tax-free money. You ain't working hard at the VA. What do you think you be doing at the VA? Folding some sheets, sitting down, passing out scripts, or rolling somebody in a wheelchair to where they need to go, or parking somebody's car if you got a valid license. You ain't doing nothing hard. You see people at the VA all the time that you don't even know. You think they're regular employees. They most certainly are not. They CWT, compensated work therapy people that do absolutely nothing. Some of them sit there and drink coffee all day at one of those little stands for what is it? For the commissary. Man, please. They making whatever the federal minimum wage is, they're doing nothing. Nothing. Okay? But I want to put this out here so people can understand clearly. Once you get into that trial work period, and let's just say you get a job making, I don't know, $20, $30 an hour. Clearly, you're going to be over that $1,050 if you're working that job every month. You're going to have to make a decision at some point because Social Security is looking at what you're making going, okay, you've been working continuously now for 6 months. What's stopping you from working full-time the rest of the year? Because that's going to be the question they're going to ask you when they bring you in. Because every time your Social Security number, just like with the VA, you go get a job, you're making more than what the minimum wage that is set. Don't think your social don't ping. TDIU, no, I don't care what you're on. When you go make money and your Social Security number pings, it pings right there at the VA, and they know. There ain't no point in thinking you're going to lie and say, well, my cousin. No. They know. They know. Do you have a trial work period while on TDIU? Okay. I'm going to repeat this again. TDIU. We've talked about TDIU, man. Y'all people on TDIU. Let me say this. As long as you stay under the federal minimum wage, whatever it is set by Congress, you should be fine if you're trying to work part-time. If you're trying to go out there and get a full-time job, hear me when I say this. If you go out there trying to get a full-time job, you better make damn sure that's what you're really trying to do. Because as I just said, your social is going to ping. They're going to know you're working. Okay? This is what I would do if I'm on TDIU and I'm thinking I'm going back to work. I would take my butt to a compensation office, talk to a VSO there, and let them know what I am planning to do. That way they put it in your file. This vet wants to test the job market to see if he can work. They're not going to tell you not to do it. They're not going to tell you not to do it. Okay? Because if you can work, they'd rather not have you on TDIU. So they're going to give you the opportunity to go and see if you can do it. But me personally, I'm going to go tell them what I'm doing. I'm not going to just go out there blindly, just go get a job, not tell them nothing and hope they'll never find out. Because your social is going to ping, period, as soon as you do it. What's up, Mike? I see you out of bed. Can't work means you can't work. Go ahead and keep playing with it. Hey, I'm trying to explain it now, Mike. I'm trying to explain it now. Anytime I hear somebody on TDIU go, can I work? Can I go do this? What's wrong with you then? That's the first thought that comes to my head. Because again, I've never woke up like yesterday, bro. I'm just now able to move around. I was out yesterday, pretty much all day yesterday. When I got back at about 7 o'clock, I've been in the bed until about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Real talk. Freaking ankle like this. Freaking knee like this. You think I'm talking about trying to get a job when all I was doing was riding in the back of a car? I can do that for like an hour and a half. And you think I'm going somewhere to try to work? It's like, no, dog. No. Please repeat the job. CWT. I'll pull it up. Compensated work therapy. I forgot to tell Victor this, whose buddy is signing up with the VA. I'll pull it up real quick. C like cat, W like William, T like Tom. CWT. And like I said, you don't even have to be service connected. As long as you enroll in the VA healthcare system, you qualify. That's all you need. You just need to be enrolled. So here it is right here. VA's website, you at va.gov, go to compensated work therapy. It's just that simple. Okay? Nobody's going to bother you, whether you're on TDIU, SSDI. Now, SSI, yeah, your counselor going to let you know with you being on SSI. I don't have a whole lot of experience with people on SSI because that's a need-based program. But SSDI or TDIU, you go to CWT all day long. Nobody's going to bother you. Nobody. Whatever hours your doctor says you can work, that's what you do. It's just that simple. All right. Now, before I get up out of here, are there any questions regarding this while I'm here? Because trial work period for Social Security, you can go to Social Security's website, ssa.gov, go to the search engine, put in trial work period. It shows exactly what I just showed you right here, the amounts and everything. So you go over 1,050, you just started your trial work period. It's all right here. This is what you need to know from Social Security's own website. These are the amounts prior. So in 2022, it was 970, so on and so forth. Right now it's 1,050. For those of you who are just coming in, if you want to go back and see it on the replay where I had Attorney Anthony Reeds on here, basically explaining you only get one 9-month period. That's it. Okay, what is this? Can't CWT apply to at-home work? Now that I'm not aware of. I'm not aware of CWT being at home. I'm not aware of that. They may have changed some things since I went through the program, but I'm not aware of that at all. That's new to me. Let's see. If I lived in Tucson, I would be at the VA sitting at the door, passing out masks and getting a little dog. I've told people, man, if I ever get into a financial strain, first of all, I'm getting the hell out of here because no. But I would be at the VA. You ain't doing that anyway. Sitting at home watching YouTube. Man, I would be at the VA. I don't care if they paying me $7 an hour. The doctor said I can work 20 hours a week. All right. That's $140 extra a week. That's $560 a month that I'm getting for 20 hours doing nothing. Okay? It's too easy, man, for y'all to get money legally You ain't got to do no back doors. You ain't got to try to hide. You ain't got to do all this crap. You ain't got to do none of that for you to get money and have no issues. And y'all still try to figure out ways to be like, well, man, you know, I heard such a. I'm trying to help people out. Holidays are going to be coming up soon. I'm going to get the same question I get every year. Can I get advance on my VA disability? I know nowhere you can get an advance. I know somewhere you can go get a job that's not going to put any strain on you, that your doctor's going to set limits of what you can do. And that's it. That's it. Okay? All right, guys, we hit my 20-minute mark. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching as always. And until the next time, guys, I'm out of here. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your night.